What's up, Multiverse? Dr. Dave here. Welcome to the Geek Lounge. I hope you're all having a wonderful weekend so far. And now last weekend I actually attended two Comic Cons here in the UK, MCM Comic Con BIrmingham on the Friday and For the Love of Sci-Fi in Manchester on the Saturday. And now I had initially intended to split this video into two and release it earlier this week, but unfortunately I came back from the con pretty sick. I had the dreaded man flu, as we call it. But it was bound to happen sooner or later. Fortunately I don't get sick very often, and I haven't actually been sick for quite a while. I was in close proximity to a lot of people at the cons, packed trains, we had adverse weather conditions, the temperature dropped, I think it was like -5 in Manchester, so like I said, it was bound to happen. But thankfully I'm back on the mend, not quite 100%, but enough to get back to these videos, and most importantly, before those Christmas holidays. So if you guys have watched any of my con videos before, you know I like to do a little bit of Funko Pop hunting and then show off my signed haul or anything that I did pick up at the cons. Now when I said I initially wanted to split this into two videos, it's because I wanted to do a Funko Pop hunt and haul from MCM and a Funko Pop haul and hunt from For the Love of Sci-Fi, but there were barely any Funko vendors in Manchester. I guess they were all in Birmingham. And I'm not even joking, there were a ton of Funko vendors in attendance at MCM Birmingham, so much more than there were at London in October, and the London show is significantly bigger than the Birmingham show. And some of the vendors even said to me that they were a little bit disappointed with the turnout, and I kind of get it, right? If you think about it, like the Funko market purely for that weekend, for that con, is oversaturated. If there's tons of vendors in attendance, right, it's definitely going to hurt business. And one of the coolest things to see was that Pop Figures had a booth attending their first ever Comic Con. Unfortunately, I didn't get any footage. These images are actually from their social media account. I did speak to one of the guys behind the booth for a good 10 to 15 minutes. I forget his name, but he does all of the like gradings on the website. If you've ever purchased anything from Pop Figures, you'll see a lot of the grails or the chase pieces, the rare vaulted, etc, etc. They've always kind of got like a grade, 7 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10. That was the guy who did it, or does it, I should say. And I do believe the owner of Pop Figures also made an appearance. Unfortunately, I didn't get to meet him, but he did bring along his signed golden ticket. I think it was 9 out of 10 off the top of my head. There were actually pictures of it. I think there was a Joker cosplayer who took a picture with it. If I can find it, I'll pop it up there for you guys. And while we're talking about Pop Figures, I may as well mention that we do have an affiliate link with them in the description below. If you make a purchase using that affiliate link, you will get £10 towards a future order, and so will we, so win-win. Now, as cool as it was to see so many Funko vendors in attendance at MCM Birmingham, from a YouTube perspective, you know, Funko Pop hunting, filming, etc, etc, to have so many in Birmingham and so little in For the Love of Sci-Fi was very, very annoying, because my time on that Friday was very, very limited. I mean, I had to get a whole bunch of things signed, right? I always do it at these cons. I will, of course, share with you guys all the signed Funko Pops I got from both cons very, very shortly, but that meant a ton of queuing. I also had to catch a specific train at a specific time. Well, the initial train was actually cancelled, surprise, surprise, and then the train that I had to get at a specific time, otherwise they would have made me buy a new ticket, ended up being delayed by 45 minutes. Very, very annoying, but it meant I was very limited with my time, as I said, so I did only film two Funko Pop vendors. And if you've watched my con videos before, I've mentioned these guys a whole bunch of times, Persona Toys and Cult Collectibles. Awesome guys to speak to, and they also have really cool, awesome pops in their grail / rare / vaulted cases. So I've got my laptop off here to the side. I'm just going to watch the footage and give you guys voiceover. I actually put this footage together would have been last Friday when I got up to Manchester. I kind of put this all together. I did actually speak while I was filming, but there was like really loud music. There was this really annoying, I don't know if it was like Viking drumming or something going on. And even when I was putting the footage together, I was like, this is super annoying. I think people won't really hear me very well. So I'm just going to like re-record the voiceover later. So yeah, that's what we're going to do now. Please do also bear with me, because it's been like a week since I've seen this footage. So starting off then, in Persona Toys Rare Valuables case, we have the Chase Sober Mask, Chase Trafalgar Law, I'm going to keep saying Chase on High Whitebeard, Armored Chopper, Shanks, Luffy Gear 2, Red Hawk Luffy here, Shinobu, she was actually at the con, I did actually get this one signed, I'll show it off to you guys, as well as this one, Muichiro Tokito, he was also there. We got the Funimation Zenitsu, Flocked Chopper, Kakashi Chase, or I should say Young Kakashi, Killer Bee, that Naruto Uzumaki, I have just recently picked that up. We'll be showing that off in next week's video. Anbu Itachi and Anbu Kakashi. We got the Minato Chase, Tanjiro Hinokami Kagura, Holo Ichigo Underground Toys exclusive. Still need to add that one and the exclusive Renji to complete my Bleach collection. Rukia. We've got the Chase Ichigo, the Chase Fully Holified Ichigo, Chase Twice, Shoto Todoroki, Tomura Shigaraki from My Hero Academia. Apologies for the shaky cam as well, guys. Galactic Toys, Goku and the Flying Nimbus. I mean, I don't really watch too much Dragon Ball Z, these, so I can't really go through all of these names. Killua Zoldyck, Komagi, Crollo Chalice exclusive, always a cool one. Soul Eater, Soul and Maka, you don't see these too often. Pretty cool to see those in there. The Chase Armin, still need to add that one to my collection. I think it is a pretty cool piece. They've still got this bait exclusive Eren Yeager, such a cool grail there if anyone does want to pick it up. Chase Charlotte, we've got some Sailor Moon stuff in here as well, pretty cool. Chase Edward Elric, Ciel, is that how you pronounce that name from Black Butler? Don't see those too often. Likewise with Seraph of the End, that's pretty cool. Specialty Series Glow in the Dark Garu, I was tempted to pick this up, I didn't, but I do need to add that one for my One Punch Man collection. We got Sango Chase, Yusuke from Yu Hakusho, which I do want to start watching quite soon. Keyleth and Scanlan from Critical Role, really cool. Clicker there, Sun and Moon. I don't know if are these the same. I'm not too sure exactly what Sun and Moon is. Blacklight Chica there from Five Nights at Freddy's. Armored Luffy, Zenitsu, Muchiro, Tokuto, Shinobu, all again. Tons of those, of course, because they're at the con, like I said. Flocked Inosuke, Chase Sasuke, Chase Hinata. We had a Flareon. Shinso Chase, Zero from Borderlands, really cool piece that I would love to add to my collection one day, as well as that GameStop exclusive Claptrap. We got Tuxedo Cat there. Knuckles and Sonic, he used to have Tails as well, the OG Tails. Don't know if he ended up selling it. Bunch of Care Bears, Chase Gloomy Bear there as well. Chase Avatar and Zuko. We've got Dipper Pines. We've got this Shortcake and Custard, like the strawberry one with the sticker. Elmo. Bender, pretty cool to see. Yogi Bear as well. Limited Piece Count Manolo from the Book of Life. Bunch of really cool Disney pieces, Smarty Weasel, Tigger, that's Chase, Skeleton Stitch, Tinkerbell, the Cheshire Cat, Glow in the Dark, Flocked Chase. I always love to see all these different kind of stickers. They have the Gryffindor, Harry Potter cover, whatever it's called, Ace, Boba Fett, Stitch, that Baymax Unmasked. On the other side then, I never know how you pronounce this name, even though I watched the first season, I never know how you pronounce that name. Buffy, a couple of Buffy 2-packs, Misty Day from American Horror Story was cool. Bunch of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I always love to show off the pop culture sticker as well. I really wish they still did it. I think it's one of the coolest stickers around. Tank Zombie and Aaron from Walking Dead, Howard from Big Bang Theory, Brenner, I still actually need to add Brenner to my collection. Eddie from Stranger Things, Joseph Quinn's Sign. He was actually supposed to be at For the Love of Sci-Fi and then cancelled within 2 weeks of being announced, which I thought was a bit weird. Alexi signed by Alec Utgoff, Jim Halpert Chase. Sam, I really started to watch Supernatural now, so I kind of know what's going on with these characters, these pops. The Deep, A-Train the Deep was at For Love of Sci-Fi as well. I did get mine signed. I'll show it to you guys shortly. Raven from The 100. We've got Butch Buchanan, as well as CJ Parker from Baywatch. Such cool pieces, as well as this one, Red Reddington. Wish I bought this ages ago, like years ago when it was on like retail price, right? Elliot Mast. Vampire Bob, still need to add that one to my Stranger Things collection as well. The Chase Batman, Howard again from Big Bang Theory, Chase Monica, Joyce and Hopper, that's Stranger Things. Well, it wasn't quite a 2-pack, but they kind of came together again. Good Omens. Marcus Rashford, you don't see that every day, right? I could have bought that for common ages ago. Kevin Nash Chase, Hulk Hogan. We got some Freddy Funkos here, including a con sticker one. Officer Freddy, always pretty cool to see. Yu-Gi-Oh! Poppinty, and it was a Britney Spears Poppinty. Apologies there for the focus as well, guys. Upside Down, Levin and Bob, another one I need to add to my Stranger Things collection. And then on their final side, they had some of the Star Wars stuff. Grand Admiral Thrawn, I've heard this has like gone down in price actually because of the new like Ahsoka ones that have been released, but a couple more Rebels ones there that are really cool. Alien Chase from They Live, love that movie. Some Lord of the Rings stuff. We got Pinhead there, I do actually have that one in my horror collection. Jacob Black from the Twilight Saga, a couple more Star Wars ones as well, really, really cool pieces. Big Trouble in Little China, love these, especially this Lo Pan. I really do want to add these to my collection one day. I absolutely love that movie from back in the day. Romeo Chase, Romeo and Juliet, William Wallace, a cool one. Rocky Balboa with a chicken, that's a pretty cool piece as well, the Funko Shop exclusive. Pennywise, Chase Glow-in-the-Dark Thor there. Chase Punisher, awesome one that I have in my collection. Don't see that old school FYE exclusive sticker every day. Drax with Groot, very, very cool piece. We've got some Deadpool there. Captain America, Venomized Loki, that Underground Toys Chase, Metallic Green Goblin. There's the Chase Miles Morales. Sorry, got pretty dark here in this corner. We've got some of that Puma Emiratus, however you pronounce that. Nikki 86 from Motley Crue, Britney Spears, bunch of like pop rock stuff down here, Kirk Hammett from Metallica, Johnny Cash, some pretty cool pieces there. James Wan, would love to add that one to my collection one day. Limited piece count director. Toto in Basket from Wizard of Oz. The Endor 3-pack, always a really cool one. Some really cool glows on there. Amy Winehouse, Black Parade, Gerard Way. Man of Steel Domo, again, apologies, it was quite dark there. That 4-pack from Winnie the Pooh. The Gelantis Cube, I love that one. Would love to add it to my D&D collection one day. And we had some Queen here as well. Then onto the Cult Collectibles booth, guys. Make sure you go and check them out as well. They have pops for days like Persona toys, but again, we'll check out their booth. Tons of, like, well, when I say check out their booth, I mean they're like rare vaulted case, right? Tons of chases, similar to the ones you saw at Persona Toys as well. We've got that OG Mikasa Ackerman, which is a cool one, the OG Kirito. I imagine that was the Chase Guillaume as well. Again, apologies, guys, for a bit of shaky cam going on. The Countess from American Horror Story Hotel, that is a pretty cool piece. Mumra and Lino, do already have those ones in my collection as well. Absolutely love Thundercats from back in the day. Joffrey Baratheon, you do not see that one every day, so that was pretty cool. Good Omens again, Azrael, however you pronounce his name. Again, I watched season 1, but I haven't watched season 2, so I've kind of forgotten how you pronounce his name. Coraline, some Adventure Time stuff, you don't always see those too often. Very, very cool. Herschel Green with the missing head. Missing con sticker though as well. Sorry for the slight cut there, guys. I just had to cough my guts out. Eugene and Abraham, Ed from Shaun of the Dead, Monica Geller Chase, Thomas Shelby Chase. I think that's really interesting. Why is the Chase sticker now having this white like banner around it? Is that how the Chase stickers are going to be going forward? Not sure I like it. Let me know what you think. Ted Lasso Chase, Walter White and Saul Goodman, do already have those in my collection, but such cool pieces from Breaking Bad. Then if we go down below here, we got some Destiny here. Still never played Destiny, can you believe that? Supersonic, protagonist from Persona 5, pardon me. Cupcake Chase, that's a pretty cool one. Sonic with the Rings, Springtrap. Bonnie, apologies guys, real shaky cam here. People were kind of like, it was pretty tight. People were sort of pushing past me and whatnot. Tiny Tina, very cool one. Blanche Hudson Chase. We've got some Grease ones, Sandy and Danny, that's very cool. Leprechaun signed by Warwick Davis. Pretty cool piece there. Jack Torrance Chase, do already have that one in my collection. Chucky, signed by Ed Gale as well with the Beckett Certificate of Authentication. OG Luke Skywalker Jedi, Holographic Emperor, R2-D2 OG, like the blue box ones as well. Jared from Labyrinth, Underground Toys exclusive Freddy Krueger. Genie and Jafar from Disney, two really, really cool pieces. Then we got Car, Sebastian, King Louis, Shere Khan, and Baloo the Bear as well, all really cool. Trixie, Rapple, Harley Quinn, Asterix, that GameStop exclusive Chase Max from Goof Troop, that's a pretty cool one. Siamese Cat, Peanuts, and then some of the figures from Bob's Burgers, really cool, though never watched that show, believe it or not. And then finally, guys, in the other side, again, bunch more chases from anime. They have the Carrot Chase, that's fairly new, pretty cool one. Killer Bee, Edward Elric. Light from Death Note, still need to add that one to my collection. Bunch of Dragon Ball Z, including this Beerus Metallic 2016 con exclusive, that's a pretty cool one. Super Saiyan Trunks, Super Saiyan Rose, Goku Black. I think I focused on this one for a while because I was trying to read it off when I was speaking. The two Chase Ichigos once again, Sailor V. Both versions of Shinobu from Seraph of the End. Again, you don't see those every day, so that is pretty cool. Check out this guy's Pinky and the Brain from the Namesake show. Very, very cool. Chase Stimpy, also a cool one to find. Then they had a look at this guy. Zap Brannigan, Bender, Leela, Nibbler, Fry, and actually that was Alpha Unmasked. I don't think it's the full Futurama set, but that's very cool. I would love to add that to my collection one day. So yeah, that was Alpha Unmasked from the Walking Dead supply crate. We had Reptar. I spent a bit of time on this one because I was trying to read this. So the Pixie, the Mandrake, and the Grindelow from Harry Potter. That's a cool one. You don't, like, I've never seen that in person, I don't think. Couple of Mass Effects. I do have Grunt in my collection. Need to add Tali one day. Sub-Zero Chase, Supersonic First Appearance, Glow in the Dark. Check this out, guys. An almost full set of Resident Evil, at least those kind of like common standard size ones. We had Nemesis, Liquor, Nemesis once again, and Jill Valentine. I think he said they did have Leon, but they had sold it earlier. Marvin the Martian, the Chase Buddy Elf, as well as that exclusive Buddy Elf 2, and Jovi as well from that movie. Edward Tuxedo from the Twilight Saga. Look at that. The OG Glow-in-the-Dark Crow. Such a cool piece. Marv from Home Alone, Morpheus, Trinity, and Neo from The Matrix. They did used to have Agent Smith. Maybe they sold it. Maybe it was in the back. Not too sure. Britney Spears. A couple of Britney Spears, including a Chase. That gold patina Panther, whatever it was, exclusive Jack Sparrow, Elton John, Jimi Hendrix, Spider-Ham, need to add this to my Spider-Man collection one day, that Walgreens exclusive Green Goblin, the SF edition, glow-in-the-dark Thor, always cool to see different stickers, blue Stealth Iron Man, and then a bunch of WWE guys, that 2K316 Stone Cold Steve Austin, very cool piece that I do need to add to my collection, as well as the OG Ultimate Warrior, Underground Toys exclusive Nature Boy Ric Flair, Bray Wyatt, Underground Toys exclusive Rowdy Roddy Piper, which I also need to add to my collection, the 2K19 Ric Flair, also need to add that one, Underground Toys Macho Man Randy Savage, sorry guys, again I had to cough, Daniel Bryan, and Hulk Hogan to end off that footage. Not gonna lie, that was really tough to do. When you're sick, it's just so hard to speak so quickly when the images are just going by. Yeah, I thought I was gonna last right till the end, and then I had to like splurt my guts out. So I do apologize for that, guys. Let me know in the comment section below if you would have picked up any Funko Pops from any of that hunt footage. Because I personally didn't pick up any new Funko Pops for the collection, but I did get a ton signed, which I am going to share with you guys now, both from MCM Comic Con Birmingham and For the Love of Sci-Fi. And now the very first guest I met at MCM Comic Con Birmingham was voice actress Erica Harlacher-Stone, who has voiced a ton of characters in anime dubbings, including Ann Takamaki, aka Panther, from the Persona 5 anime and video game. I got her to sign my Panther Funko Pop with the quote, "Dance Carmen" in pink, and she signed the autograph in red with some hugs, some kisses, some hearts, etc, etc. Always do love it when they add little things in there. And then this, guys, is a warning: if you are getting signed Funko Pops, make sure that you prepare your paint pens. I actually didn't, and as you guys can see, the Carmen bit came out a little bit weird. She was pretty, like, she felt really bad about it. She was like, oh, I've kind of smudged it. Like, she was even kind of preparing the pen herself, but I really should have prepared it like myself before I got to her table, and I didn't. And that's why it kind of came out a little bit like that. But yeah, I still think it looks cool. And as I said, she has voiced a ton of different characters in anime. She was the English voice of Kurapika from one of my favorite animes, Hunter x Hunter. I got her to sign my FYE exclusive Kurapika Funko Pop with the quote, "You will never break these chains," in red, and she signed it in yellow. And I didn't just get 2 Funko Pops signed by Erica Harlacher-Stone, guys. I actually got 3. I said it earlier. Shinobu was here at the con. Yes, she voiced Shinobu in Demon Slayer. And I got her to sign my Funko Shop exclusive Shinobu Funko Pop with the quote, "Insect breathing, butterfly dance, and caprice." She did that in purple. And then the autograph in white with some butterflies as well. And I should actually say Erica was very, very cool, very, very sweet, very, very talkative. In fact, I actually felt sorry for the people behind me. I got a good 10 plus minutes with her, but she was talking about all the things I got her to sign. Hunter x Hunter, Persona 5, Demon Slayer, as well as other things. She was telling me about her trip to Ireland, her trip within the UK. I think she was here for like a good 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, like I said, very talkative, very sweet, very, very cool. And if you did miss her, she is actually coming back to the UK in May for Comic-Con Liverpool. Sticking with Demon Slayer then, guys, and I also mentioned this one during that hunt footage, I got my Muichiro Tokito Funko Pop signed by the English VA Griffin Burns. He did the quote, well, I asked him to do the quote, what was the shape of that cloud called again? Or wait, what was it? What was the shape of that cloud again? What was it called? He did it in the, I don't know, aqua green, turquoise, whatever that color is. I asked him to write cloud in white, which he did, and he then signed it in white as well. And then he even drew some clouds on the side. Very, very cool. Griffin, again, was cool. He wasn't as talkative as Erica. I asked him if he knew what was coming in Demon Slayer. He said no, he doesn't really like read mangas or see what's going to happen with his characters. But yeah, still a cool guy, just not as talkative. And the last 2 guests I met at MCM Comic Con Birmingham, guys, are absolute voice acting royalty. First up, we have Troy Baker. I mean, he's done tons and tons of things, but he was, of course, the voice of Joel in the Last of Us video game. One of the greatest video games of all time, certainly that I myself have played. Never played part 2, or still haven't yet. I do own it. Still never played it, can you believe it or not? And now they're remastering it. Typical, that is how I always am with my backlog. But yeah, I did actually get this pop earlier this year. Very, very happy because I didn't have it last year when Troy Baker last came to the UK. I got my Pain Funko Pop signed, which I don't know if you guys can make it out. Maybe just about there, but yeah, finally got this one into the collection earlier this year, and then thankfully he came back to the UK So we got it signed. I did also get him to add this quote here on the side. I got you, baby girl. I know it's kind of more like an abbreviated quote. I don't think he exactly says that in the game, and I don't think he exactly says that in the show either, but he was happy to put it. Troy, always cool to me. I said, like, I asked him how it was filming the like live action, and he said the word we just keep using is surreal. It was so cool. I told him, you know, your character, like, I'm sure it was intended, but yeah, your character, your performance was creepy AF, and he just kind of did this. I was like, thanks so much, fist bump. Yeah, super cool guy. Always love to meet him. Would definitely love to get more of like the characters he's voiced, like more Funko Pop signed by him. And the final guest I met at MCM Birmingham, guys, the one and only Jennifer Hale. I actually got 2 Funko Pops signed by her. First up, we have the Entertainment Earth exclusive Kyoshi. Yes, she did voice this character in Avatar: The Last Airbender. I get to add it to my signed Avatar collection. Well, I say add, like, technically this is only the second one. I do have my Zuko signed. Yeah, it's way too high for you guys to see it. And the only other one I've got signed is from like the Avatar universe, but it is Korra. Of course, from the Legend of Korra. So yeah, we get to add this one. Would love to meet more of those Avatar: The Last Airbender guests and get some more of those signed, especially because I picked up some of the newer pops as well, which have just come in, and we'll be showing those off in a video next week. And then the other one I got signed, guys, was Basile from Knights of the Old Republic. Legendary Star Wars game. Are they remaking it? Are they not? Like I actually said to her, like, I really hope it does come out. Love the game. It needs to be remastered. And she said, we know as much as you guys. She said, I did do some like re-recording and things for it. And I was like, well, that's more than I know. Let's say that. So they've definitely done some work on it. Let's just see how it goes. Yeah, Jennifer was super sweet, super cool. I mean, she's a legend, right? There are tons more Funko Pops I could have taken and got her to sign, pardon me. So gutted though they never made a female Shepherd Funko Pop. Otherwise I definitely would have taken that, one of my favorite game series of all time. Let's then skip ahead 24 hours, guys, to For the Love of Sci-Fi. Now I did only get 4 things signed, and I didn't do any Funko Pop hunting at that con. As I said, there were barely any vendors. They were kind of all in Birmingham, right? So that's why I decided not to split this into 2 videos and just do one that was slightly longer. So the first guest I met at For the Love of Sci-Fi, guys, was Simon Cassianidis. I hope I have pronounced his name correctly there and haven't butchered it. He, of course, is Axe Woves in The Mandalorian. Super cool dude. Signed my pop, as you can see, with the character name, and he even wrote for Mandalore here on the side. Yeah, as I said, super cool dude. Very talkative. Said he was a big fan of Star Wars growing up and finds it, like, he didn't use the word surreal. I can't remember the word he used. He said it's just, he just still can't fathom, like, that he is a part of this world. And yeah, he did speak a little bit about season, well, I say a little bit about season 4. He just mentioned that they are starting to shoot it next year. So yeah, can't wait. And now the headline guest for this con was Anthony Mackie. It was supposed to be Elizabeth Olsen, but she had to cancel her appearance 3 weeks before the con. She has since been announced for Comic-Con Liverpool in May. So they had to scramble to get in a new headline guest, and they got in Anthony Mackie. Now I didn't get anything signed by him, but I do have to say his panel was absolutely hilarious. I say panel, it was more like a Q&A, but absolutely hilarious. He's such a charismatic dude. I feel you don't see that in his acting, especially as like Falcon or Cap. But yeah, he's so funny, charismatic. Kind of reminded me a little bit of Will Smith, to be honest. So I think you can check those panels out, by the way, if Monopoly Events put them on their socials. I think they normally do, so maybe go looking for it, because as I said, it was very, very funny. But for me personally, the headline guests were the boys actors that they had in attendance. And the first one I met was Chase Crawford, and I got him to sign my The Deep Funko Pop. That actually sounds really weird, not proper English. But as you guys can see, I do actually have the con exclusive sticker version. So that's really, really cool. He signed it up there, and he actually put this quote, which I'm not going to read out loud, but you guys can see what it says. And if you're a fan of the boys, you can definitely appreciate it. Yeah, Chase was super, super cool. And I do have to say, I don't swing that way, but boy, oh boy, this is one handsome, dapper man in person. And then the second boys actor I got to meet, guys, was Mother's Milk himself, Laz Alonzo. He signed my Mother's Milk Funko Pop with the quote, "Got milk." Well, to be honest, he signed every Funko Pop this way. His signature at the top, MM in the middle, and then "Got milk" underneath. And then some people did get their own quotes here on the side. I didn't bother. You know what? I wasn't quite prepared like I was at MCM Birmingham with quotes, because I just feel sometimes these actors don't want to do quotes. But to be fair, the boys guys were doing them. And the final actor I met, guys, was Anthony Starr, who is, of course, Homelander. Such a cool dude. As you guys can see, I didn't get any quote, though. He was doing quotes, to be fair to him, but as I said, I wasn't prepared, so we just have the signature. I still think it looks really, really cool, though. I was tempted to get the laser eyes one, which is actually on the back, because normally they don't put exclusives on the back, but there it is. So I think it was a Target exclusive. I just have the special edition sticker version. But yeah, I was so happy that I got these for retail when they very first came out, because a lot of them are pretty expensive now, including this one. But yeah, I've always been a huge fan of the boys. I was a fan of the comic books years ago. Garth Ennis, who co-created it, was the writer. One of my favorite, arguably my most favorite comic book writer of all time. So, yeah, when I got up to Anthony's table, I said to him, you know, I was a huge fan of the comic books, and when you got cast as the Homelander, I was not skeptical, but I was like, you know, that's a real interesting choice, because I was a big fan of him from the show Banshee. If you guys have never seen that show, just like this uber crazy show, go and check it out. I feel like super underrated, but like it's pretty violent, a lot of sex, a lot of nudity, but just a really cool, funny, different show. So go and check it out if you haven't. And he's awesome in it, to be fair, Anthony Starr. So when he was cast as the Homelander, I was like, you know what, that's a pretty interesting choice, especially because the character in Banshee was like a lot more kind of sympathetic, had a bit more empathy, and then he's classed as this like major arsehole character, right? And then I said to him, obviously didn't say all that to him because that was pretty long-winded and I didn't have that much time, but I said to him, I can now like not see anyone else in the world playing this role. And you know, he pretty much kind of went like that and said, thank you so much, man, fist bump. And that was kind of my interaction with him. Yeah, super cool dude. And like that's from me, genuine from the heart. I honestly cannot see anyone else in the world who could now play this role. You should absolutely hate this character, but he somehow makes you like him, or at least does me. Maybe I'm just a weirdo. And well, there we go then, guys. That's my Funko Pop Hunt and Sign haul from 2 Comic Cons last weekend, and that is therefore going to do it for today's video. So first and foremost, thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day to spend with me here on the Geek Lounge. It is very much appreciated, and I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If so, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Drop some comments below. What Funko Pops have you guys picked up recently? Have you got anything signed recently? And as always, we've got plenty more content on the way for you guys. The usual Funko, Lego, statues, figures, and TCGs all incoming for you, especially Funkos. I've received a ton of parcels the last couple of weeks. Obviously, we had this week where I was sick. Hopefully, my voice doesn't crack as much for you guys in next week's videos. But yeah, I need to catch up with those Funko Pop parcels. So make sure you stay tuned for all of that and more. What is the easiest way to stay tuned, you ask? It's very simple. Subscribe. Hit, click, smash that subscribe button and enable those notifications so you don't miss out on any of that future content. Guys, thanks again for watching today's video, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out, nerds!